Yo, this is it. We are in the last days. And biblical prophecy, better yet, biblical prophecy in the Bible doesn't lie. Like rumors of wars is going on right now before our eyes. You have multiple wars going on. You have a couple in Asia. You have one, now two in the Middle East. You know, you have Russian-Ukraine war. Then you have the India and Pakistan war. Then you have the Iranian and Israel war, and Israel and Hamas, right? So basically you have like 4 wars going on right now, and we are like an inch away from World War III. And that's real talk, because all of a sudden it was peace during Obama administration. It wasn't no real serious war going on. You had little small conflicts, but you didn't have no real big serious war going on like you have right now, with 4 different wars in multiple regions, right? And ever since Joe Biden was in office, before Donald Trump recently came into office, that's when all the drama started. You know what I mean? And like, people lie to you on this media. Like, they'll tell you this is what's going on, but when you listen to other social media outlets and other channels from other countries, they tell you the real truth. Like, they're telling you what really going on that people over here in America don't know. And from my understanding, by me watching other news channels in other countries, I realized that they are more straight to the truth. You know what I mean? And it's like you are enlightened more by what's going on in other countries, because they show you video clips of actual events happening. They are keeping you up to date each and every couple hours of what's going on in these wars, man. And from my understanding, Pakistan started war with India. Israel started war with Hamas. Then you have Israel starting a war with Iran by attacking Iran's nuclear factories, right? But over here in America, they're saying that the reason why this is happening because Iran possesses weapons of mass destruction. But how in the world do Iran possess weapons of mass destruction when they don't even have a nuclear weapon? You know what I mean? Like, they haven't shown no evidence. They haven't shown no evidence of nuclear missiles or nuclear bombs or anything like that, because you have people that go into these countries and do UN inspections, right? And my whole thing is, if they really possess nuclear weapons, you know what I mean, you have UN inspectors from other countries besides the United States. It would have came out, or better yet, Iran would have said it or spoke on it in a press conference or something, if they really did possess it. You know what I mean? And that's how you know, like, these people are making up all this information, because what people don't realize, behind closed doors, wars make money, just like drugs make money. That's just like whatever people see that makes money, guess what? They're gonna jump on it and utilize it and take full advantage of it. That's in anything and everything in life. It's common sense. If you think about it, sometimes you have to think about things and analyze things and put 2 and 2 together. But if you don't understand, if you can't comprehend, you gotta be fucking slow. You know what I mean? So that's why you can't just depend on the news over here in this country, you have to be versatile. You have to open up your options and listen to news and from other countries and other places, and then you put two and two together, and it's like people over here is dumb and lost because they believe anything and everything they hear in American media. Like, how dumb can you be? You can't just listen to. See, you have to understand these people misleading you and lying to you because they don't want you to know the truth, man. These people don't want you to know the truth. Even your own people that's around you don't want you to know the truth. It's a whole ton of fake people right now in this society, man. In this country, like our own culture, other cultures, people fake, man. People not gonna keep it real with you. People will believe in lying in these days, in these times. That's how you know we live in the last days, because 90% of our civilization, our society, is all about trickery, fooling you, lying to you just for gain, misleading you so they can stay two to 3 steps ahead of you. You know what I mean? So they have to lie to you to mislead you so you can be illiterate to the current situation. And when it comes down to these wars and rumors of wars, like, this is so real. Like, we are close to the end because we never had multiple wars go on at one time in years. This haven't happened in years. I'm not heavy on geopolitics, but even myself, as a typical guy, I take notice of this. I understand and realize this, and I'm not a political person heavily. And that's why I decided to do this video today, because like I just realized this, and I'm paying more and more attention now to more geopolitics and news more than ever in my life. And the fact that these wars are coming closer and closer to us, it's gonna end up over here one of these days if we keep dipping and dabbling in other countries' businesses. So here, see, it's like we are like the police of the world. We like to always get ourselves into a war. And war costs money. And war also makes money. War is like an investment. That's what people don't understand. And these people know that these wars are going to make them money. That's why they do the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? But what people don't understand, these other types of people, these people that support the higher powers out there, these people don't realize that you are supporting yourself of possibly becoming poor, like losing your finances and riches. You know what I mean? Because in reality, these other people don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about you. That's why they fooling you. They lying to you so you can support them and invest your money into what they got going on, so they can become more richer as you become poor. You know what I mean? And these wars will affect us on the strength that our country is getting involved with these wars. The fact that we have to spend money and send weapons and create weapons in these factories and manufacturers, that's money being spent, man. And guess what? The money gonna come from the taxpayers' pockets. You know what I mean? That's why I don't vote. Cause you can't depend on a freaking politician, man. Politics, or better yet, politicians, is a word to hypnotize our minds into thinking that we have to be led, when in reality we don't have to be led, because as a country we can govern ourselves. You know what I mean? You have some countries in the world that has self-government, even though they have like mayors and city councilmen, you know, and prime ministers. When it come down to it, they still self-govern themselves because they have different types of laws that's very different from American laws. But in this country, we feel like we have to depend on a president. We have to depend on a senator and congressmen and state governors, when really we don't need that, because politicians or politics is just basically something they use to brainwash your brain into thinking that you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to be led. You know what I mean? Even in street politics, you know what I mean, street guys govern themselves. Like in a lot of places, street guys don't follow leadership. The same thing applies into American politics, man. And those are facts. But we live in the last days because you know, it's all about money and power. And the Bible say, you know, the greedy will become more greedier. And there will be rumors and rumors of wars. And those are the signs of the end. It say all that in the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? And it also speaks on thunderstorms and tornadoes, hurricanes, natural disasters, and riots. We are witnessing all these things right now, just like the riots in LA, like the fires. People are running around downtown LA starting fires and burning buildings and loitering. You know what I'm saying? Looting, robbing, and just breaking into buildings and killing, unaliving people. Like, this is going on. All these things are signs. They are elements of the last days, man. And people have to understand and pay attention to this stuff, man. And I know the average person might look at this video be like, whatever, like, but no, this is serious, man. That's why I decided to do the video. So if you understand me, drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video and I'm out. Peace.